UK Prime Minister Kier Starmer faced his biggest political litmus test since becoming the Prime Minister last year, and it seems the winds of change are blowing fast. There is now an undercurrent of right ideology that has swept the UK, with Reform UK making significant electoral gains, including in Labour bastions, whether it's Runcorn or some of the other by-elections. And there are important trends that are now emerging. Margins have narrowed. A seat has flipped for just 6 votes, as fractured vote shares indicate that the UK may be moving away from its 2-party system to maybe 3 parties or even 4 parties. Then there is the rise of the right. Nigel Farage is clearly, he's had a connect with the people, and there's something that he's being able to convey that some of the traditional parties are not being able to do so. And this also means that Kier Starmer needs to address local issues, cost of living. Those are the kind of issues that matter to people and reflect most in local polls. Defending the lack of a national inquiry over Pakistani rape gangs seems to be a bigger priority than addressing everyday issue of Brits. And as far as the Tories are concerned, well, they've been in power till last year, but the numbers unfortunately don't seem to say any of that. And let's get Mr. Bob Blackman to answer just that in terms of the numbers that have come in. Disappointing to say the least, sir, but do you think that there's a larger message that the people are trying to send to the political class?
Yes, I think we've got to remember in these local elections, of the 1,641 seats that are up for grabs during the course of the rest of today, we were defending 966 of them. So clearly, this was a high watermark for us, very difficult set of local elections. Last July, in our general election, the country in the United Kingdom decided that they wanted a change to a Labour government. They gave Labour the opportunity to take power, and obviously it turned their backs on us. Given the catastrophic nature of that defeat, it was always going to be a very tough set of elections for us. But what has happened is that British people, where there's been elections in England, what has happened is they've turned their backs on Labour in a very big way indeed. Labour were only defending just over 300 seats in these elections. They've lost over 100 already. So from that perspective, it has been a truly dreadful night for the Labour government. And what has happened is that the new party, Reform, which has emerged on the scene, has picked up that dissatisfaction with the Labour government. None of us believed that the Labour government were going to be as bad as they've been in terms of destroying our economy, destroying jobs, as you say, taking away pensioners' fuel allowances, having an attack on farmers, an attack literally on employment, which has meant that unemployment is rocketing as well. So all these things lead to a note of dissatisfaction amongst voters, and it's being translated into the protest party, which at the moment is Reform UK. Now, the challenge for Reform is going to be that they are now going to be in charge of certain areas of the country and responsible for delivering services. So far from just being protest party, they then have to demonstrate what they would do if they are in power. That is much more difficult.
But very quickly, sir, very quickly, 30 seconds, I'm running out of time. I want to ask, sir, what is the message here for, well, a lot of people say two-tier Keir. What's the message for him?
Well, the fact is that he's let people down. He's completely U-turned on most of his promises and failed on the most important issue of all, which is the economy. And that is the result that he's seeing today, that the people have rejected the Labour government. They don't want them any longer. And indeed, his message is being, well, we've got to go faster and do more. Well, frankly, what they're doing to the country is a complete disaster.
All right, we leave it there. Mr. Bob Blackman, Member of Parliament for Harrow East, joining us live on India Sense. Thank you so much.